Hi guys, how's your day going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I heard that during our next team meeting we're getting results back from our math assessments.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. I'm sure my students all did fine. I mean, week 1 I gave them a test. If they couldn't do it, I sent them down to the other class, so I'm sure they all. Yeah, I mean, Mel could take them. My kids do fine.
So you sent them down to Melanie's class?
Oh yeah.
I think as long as they try, they should get a good mark. They work really hard, and I think they all do well as long as they try and put an effort in.
I don't know, guys, like, for my students, like, some of them were really struggling with it, and some of them were doing really well, and we're just trying to, like, pull those students struggling and work towards that assessment so they can try the best they can, but, I don't know, we were really struggling for a while, and they're kind of nervous about it, so I'm anxious to see their data.
Since I know it's early in the year, but I've gone over your test from the concepts you would have learned last year in grade 11 math, and most of you did very well, and I'm glad to see that, but some of you really struggled with the concepts, and I'm really concerned about how you're going to make out in this class. So Hazel, good job, 95%. That's a good work. Kate, also 95. Great job. Suzanne, 60. I'm a little concerned about this, so if you could stay after class and talk to me about that, that would be great. Okay, students, get out your agendas. I'm going to list off the homework. Chapter 1, I want you to do questions 1 to 9. Chapter 2, read the chapter, questions 3 to 8. Chapter 3, I want you to read that chapter as well, and all the questions at the end of the book.
That's so much.
I want you to have a summary of each chapter and any questions you may have about the material, and be ready to discuss this tomorrow morning in class.
Isn't this due like 2 weeks from now? That's awful lot of work for
Holy Toledo, like this is a lot.
Well, at least you guys want to stay after class with us.
Yeah, I wonder what that's
good
about.
luck, Suzanne.
You should be proud of that. You worked really
proud.
hard.
To pass.
I have no idea what she'd want to talk to you about that for. Oh, that's the bell.
Alright, I'll see you guys down the SP.
Yeah, see you.
So I'm pretty proud of this.
I'm very concerned about that,
It's a
Suzanne.
pass.
I was just trying to test you on things that you would have learned last year, and I'm just concerned that with a 60, you're not going to be ready to build on that with this year's material.
But come on, it's stuff from last year.
Exactly, and if you don't know the stuff from last year, how are you supposed to get the stuff from this year?
Do you know what happens to, like, inside a student's head during the summer? It's like 4 months. They're not going to remember this stuff.
Your classmates seem to remember it okay.
But they're smarter. And last week I asked you for extra help, and here I am, 60.
I'm sorry, I just don't have time for that. I have students I'm trying to prepare for a post-secondary degree in math, and they've just shown more promise, and I'm just dedicating my time to make sure they get where they need to be. I don't have time for that.
I'll get it next time.
I think you'd be better suited in Miss Bartlett's class.
What do you mean?
I think she just teaches more at your level.
So you're saying I should go to her class instead of your class?
I think so. I'll send the notice down to the guidance office and they can transfer you in.
Miss Bartlett. Huh. I've heard some cool things about her. So yeah.
Hey, so you're new in this class. I haven't seen you before.
I'm Suzanne.
You're Suzanne. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I get devoted in this class pretty well.
Devoted. Why?
I don't know, I got a 6, I like did a test, exact same one we just did almost, same concepts and stuff, just different tests. And I got a 60, which is still a pass.
Yeah.
And she said, it was Miss McDougal? Miss McDougal. And she said I wasn't good enough for her class, and she sent me down to Miss Bartlett's class.
60's pretty good for the first week of school.
I heard she kicks people out though if they don't, live up to her standards.
Oh, really?
You're
But
way
don't
better
even
off
worry
for
about
So,
that.
like,
Miss
am I-
Bartlett's
like,
awesome.
Am I in a lower class?
No, it's all the same.
It's
Like
the
this
same
is going
class.
on her transcript as the same class as them.
And Miss Bartlett's pretty cool.
You're gonna love her. She's awesome.
Let's see how I do with this test.
Some math discussion. Good work, guys. I have your test marks back. Suzanne, 99.
99!
Good
Awesome.
job. Martha, 100. Keep it up, Martha.
Thank you.
And Jerry, 98. Great job, guys. I know you worked really hard on this, and I'm proud of your efforts. And I know it's the first few weeks of school, but you are all putting in a great amount of effort, and I think you all deserve good marks for trying hard, trying your best. So great job.
But I don't even know how to do this.
I know, look, I didn't even answer this question. She wrote good job.
I got something blank. You got 100.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are right. Team high five.
Our test results back. How do you guys think you did?
I did really well. I don't know, it was a little tricky.
Alright guys, I have your tests for you. Alright, Nikki, good job. Jane, awesome. And Felicia, great work. If you guys have any questions about your tests or anything you want to go over, just stay after class for a minute after lunchtime and I'll be glad to meet with you guys.
I didn't do so good. I just got 70. I thought I did better.
That is really good. I hoped I would have done better, but I mean, 75 is not too bad.
I think I'm gonna stay and talk to her before lunch.
I think so too.
See you later, guys.
Bye, Felicia.
Alright, girls. Got some questions on your test?
Yeah, I didn't do as well as I hoped to.
Yeah, that's good.
I got 75. I see you put some feedback on there, so that's helpful. I think I see where I went wrong now.
Yeah, I put some feedback on everyone's test and I also photocopied everyone's test as well and for you guys to have a copy.
Oh.
I don't have extra help today, but if you guys want to go home, just look over your tests and the feedback and kind of figure out, you know, where you struggled a little bit more. And also on the back of your test is my contact information, so you guys can email anytime if you have any questions. And my hours for extra help are on there, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after school, I'm here for an hour or however long you guys want. I just want you to know, like, I know it's early in the season, you know, school season and stuff, but I just kind of feeling out where everyone's strong points are and weak points are and kind of see, you know, what you guys, you know, what learn best from, I guess, is the easiest way to say it. So just tell me, and I'll do whatever I can to help you guys out. Do you guys have any questions for me, or?
I don't think so. This feedback looks really great. I'm gonna go home and study it, and hopefully I'll get better next time.
Yeah, just look over your test there, and maybe we can meet another time, and we can go over it together. And if you guys want to, you know, take another shot at it, more than willing.
Wow, I really appreciate all the help, and I'm definitely going to come see you this Wednesday. My parents will be really happy to know that you're giving me extra help.
And even like during class, if you don't just raise your hand up, like, I don't understand that, like, you know.
Great. Thanks, Miss Stubbs.
All right, see you guys after.
Bye.
That's so awesome. I feel like we're gonna do so well this semester.
Yeah, she's so approachable. I love her.
Teachers never give second tests. We're gonna do so good.
Effort. They do great.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see, you know, the correlation and see what the results are.
Good afternoon, ladies, and welcome to the grade 12 math meeting. As you know, we're here to discuss the results from the common assessment that each of you would have given to your class. So I've actually done up a chart because there were some interesting results with the assessment as well as the report cards that were last given. So I've labeled each of your classes as class A, B, and C. Now you should know which class is yours, but I'll leave that up to you. As you can see here, there are two colors for each bar graph. Now one is green and one is blue. So the green indicates the recent performance, the mark that you gave to your students, on their last report card. And it compares it to the mark they received on the common assessment. So in class A, the students all received a relatively high mark. The class average is almost at 100. Now I have no idea how that could be the case, considering their common assessment mark was just over 50%. So there's quite a discrepancy here, and that's something we need to address as a staff. We cannot have students with such a discrepancy between their marks. Moving on to class B, the results correlated quite well. The class average on the report card was slightly above 75, and they performed a percent or two higher on the class average on the common assessment. So that was great to see, and that's actually the type of result that I would expect in this school, and I hope to see this moving forward. Lastly, class C, and they actually did relatively well in their report cards. You can see their class average was just about 90%. They performed a little bit worse on the common assessment, but it's still something to be proud of. Their mark was in the upper 80s. So as a class, they did really well, and it's interesting because, you know, This is not something you would see every day. There was no student that failed in that class. So I'd like you now just to take a moment and reflect upon your teaching practices, and we are going to have to revisit this next meeting to see how we can come to an agreement and test our students fairly across the board.